I get in these ruts, and more recently, I feel like they've been coming a little too often. These ruts usually last from either a couple days to sometimes a couple weeks, and they aren't necessarily ruts of depression or sadness, I would say. It's more like this feeling of frustration. And this thing has been happening to me since I would say around high school, and these ruts send me into this state of, I would say, avoidance, where I really don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be by myself. And when I get into them, it's like I shield myself off from everyone in my life, and I have this cloud of frustration just hanging over me. What upsets me more about it is that although I'm better at hiding these emotions at work or elsewhere, my family are the ones who really see the worst of it. And being as supportive as they are, they just want to make sure that I'm okay. And I tend to close myself off to that also. I'm not proud of this aspect of myself by any means, but it's who I am. It's something that I'm trying my best to work on. I would say it was about 2 weeks ago. I was having dinner with my parents, and they clearly noticed that I was going through one of these ruts, one of these stages, mainly because I was just to myself and I was quiet pretty much the entire time. And my dad, who knows me all too well, asked me, "What's wrong? What's on your mind?" And I said to him that I'm not where I want to be. I'm not at a place right now where I'm satisfied with where I'm at or the stage of life that I'm in. And my dad immediately says to me, "You're being too hard on yourself. You graduated a year earlier than you planned. You're doing a good job of saving for your big move, and you're making videos. At the end of the day, you're making progress towards where you want to be, so there's little reason you should be upset or frustrated with yourself." I've been thinking about that moment a lot lately, and the notion that I'm not where I want to be. And although I am working towards it, I'm letting the thought that I'm not where I want to be yet affect my life in so many ways that just isn't good for my own mental health and well-being. It's like I've been focusing too much on the end goal rather than enjoying the path that it takes to get there. While I do believe that this feeling of not being satisfied or content with where I'm at is what continues to drive me forward towards my goals, it's also what I believe is depriving me of a lot of happiness in the present. It's like the fear and frustration of not achieving those goals has blinded me from noticing and appreciating certain aspects of my everyday life that would bring about more happiness. And not to say that I'm not a happy person, because I would like to say that the people that are closest to me will consider me a very optimistic and happy person. But I truly feel that internally, I could be much happier. I've experienced all too often in the past that whenever I achieve something that I've been working really hard towards, or a certain life event arrives that I've been looking forward to, the actual feeling in that moment is rarely that rush of euphoria or joy that I'm expecting. There might be some sort of excitement or relief, but it's often short-lived. And then my mind immediately begins to fixate on the next goal or destination. The trap that I've fallen into, and I think many people often do, is the thought that whatever goal we're chasing or whatever destination we're trying to reach is going to provide us with the happiness that we're currently sacrificing or longing for. When in reality, happiness is not something we can chase, but rather something we can only experience right now. We experience it on the path and on the journey, not in any future experience or sought out destination. When we're too fixated on the destination, it's easy to miss. It's not something that we can really plan for. It just happens. Sometimes when we least expect it. We experience it when we're with the people we love, doing the things that we love. Not to say that we shouldn't always have something in life to strive for, and a peak we hope to reach. That's ultimately what gives our life meaning. But I believe that there's so much enlightenment in realizing that there's more to you as a person than what you accomplish.